Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a Leetcode hard question that I just solved on my own. So I'm super happy about this and I'm very glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help. So let me show you how I did it. I tried this one about many months ago, but I came back to it today and I was able to come up with my own solution to it, again, without any kind of outside assistance. So I'm really happy about that, and let's go over it. So this one is called prefix and suffix search. Basically, pretty simple. You have this array of words and you want to return the index inside of this array where it starts with prefix and ends with suffix. If there's not one, then return -1. If there's more than one index, return the largest index. So basically, if we loop through words, we have each word, right? And the idea I came up with was to keep track of the start and the end so we know where to look. Because anything that doesn't, for example, if the word is apple, we don't want to look at anything starting with B or C or D, etc., right? So let's go ahead and create a dictionary called self.start and make it a default dict of, let's say, sorted set, because we're going to want to run a binary search. And also, we don't care about duplicates. We just want the index, right? So let's go ahead and enumerate this because this is just going to be a list of words. And let's go ahead and keep track of the end as well. Same thing. Cool. So then if it starts with A and it ends with E, then we can go ahead and put those inside and say that is valid. So for example, the end dictionary is going to have E and we're going to have apple, and then the start dictionary is going to have A, same thing, apple, and then that's going to make it easier to find because these are unique keys, and so that's going to reduce the time complexity a bit is how I thought about it. So we're just going to say self.starts of W of 0 because that's a word, right? Entire words, 0th index. We're going to add to it the actual word itself, right? And then we're going to do the same thing with ends. W of -1, we're going to add apple. Cool. And then last but not least, we need to keep track of the indexes. So we're going to have, like, for example, index 0 is having what? Apple in this list, for example. And then here we're just going to have index 0 to A and then 1 to E. Cool. And these are strings. So let's call this, let's make another dictionary called self.index. And let's just make this a dictionary because there aren't any duplicate indexes. So each key is already going to be unique because we're just scanning from the left to the right from 0 to length of self.words -1. So self.index of I or of the word itself is equal to I. Okay, so this is actually going to look like this. A is at 0. E is at 1. Cool. So that's assuming that these are all unique. And I tested it. That seems to be the case, so that's fine. And then now we just need to do what we need to do. So basically for S in self.starts, again, we're given a prefix and a suffix. So let's say prefix is AP and suffix is what? LE. If it starts with, so we're just going to say if the current letter is equal, so we're going to look at key A, and then we're going to look at key in the start dictionary, and then we're going to look at key E's value in the end dictionary. Okay, so if S of 0 is equal to pref of 0, because the pref of 0, if these are lining up, then we care about that one. In that case, we can just loop through whatever this is because this is also unique, right? So for let's call this now is self.starts of S, and then we can say for n and now, if n, these words, starts with prefix and ends with suffix, then we want to go ahead and say, okay, so for n, we're going to look in this dictionary, and for this one, for example, we're going to look in this dictionary and get the index, and then keep track of the largest index if return the largest of them. So let's call this, let's just make a sorted list or make a sorted set. And we can just say self.sl.add self.index of n because that's what we did here. We're going to plug in the actual word and get the index, and then keep track of the biggest one of these indexes that are valid. Okay, so at the end, if self.sl is not empty, then we're just going to return the largest index because it's already sorted. It's going to be like 0, 1, 2, 3. We're going to get the one in the right. Otherwise, there is not one, and return -1 if this is empty. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, that's not correct. Self.words. Oh, let's just call it self.words equals to words. Okay. Missing the value. Self.index of n. Oh, this needs to have one of these as the class. So let's run this and submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. And that's pretty rare for a Leetcode hard question. So again, I'm pretty proud of myself. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.